Hey family, welcome to Haunted but True Story Time, where the stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. You guys, basically. If you're new to my page, please hit the subscribe button in the corner of this video, and also hit that bell button so you can be notified when I go live or drop a video. If you're a part of the replay gang, I would please like it if you would close the door. And if you would like to be included in story time, I send your auntie her tips through super thanks below this video, and you can be included in story time. Now, to everybody that's new to my page, can you please close my door? If you don't know what I mean when I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live. So thank you in advance, because a lot of your family members haven't done that. So thank you in advance. And let me go speak to everybody that's actually here today. Let me see. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Regina. Hey, Haby. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, Nurse Graham. Hey, Livonia. Hey, Haby. Hey, August. Hey, Strawberry. Oh, a lot of y'all been missing attendance, honey. Hey, Kay. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Carolyn. Yes, y'all been missing attendance like I don't know what. Hey, Marcus. How's everything going in the electrician field, Marcus? Let me know. Sweetie. I wipe my hands. Damn, I thought we was close to getting your hands washed this day. But anyway, hey, sweetie. Hey, Lily. Hey, Reese with a C. Hey, family. Hey, guys. And like I said, welcome to Haunted but True Story Time. Thanks to your family members who tipped on Tuesday, you guys get 3 stories tonight. 3 crazy stories tonight. But we're going to start story time in about 6 minutes. So this is the time where you get everything you need by thumbs up the live first off before you leave. Thumbs up the live. And now you can go get your fish, your cake, your snack, your pies, your wings, all that good stuff, your twisties, your shot glasses, your wine glasses. Get everything you need, bring it around your device so you don't have to get up and move. You got to piss, shit, shower, and shave. I suggest you get that done in these 6 minutes right about now. And we're going to start story time in about 6 minutes. So I'm giving y'all time to get everything you need. I don't want to hear none of that. Auntie, hold on real quick. Let me go use the bathroom. Auntie, hold on 1 second. Let me get my popcorn out the microwave. I'm not going to want to hear that. So this is the time where you get all that stuff for yourself right now. Hey Terrell, you're new to my live. Welcome, love. Well, I hope you enjoy your auntie. I tell haunted but true stories. So all the stories that I tell you guys are true, but haunted as hell. So if you get real scary, like kind of quick, yeah, you might want to keep the lights on. Everybody else already know the rules of story time. Lights off. And if you are scared of the dark, that has nothing to do with me. That is something between you and your psychiatrist. Y'all need to handle that. But for story time, you're supposed to be in the dark. I haven't been on the bleachers lately. I've been good. Really, Carolyn, you've been missing the action. You've been somewhere in the bleachers, in the boys' locker room. You've been somewhere running around instead of making it to class like you're supposed to be. I just started over for me Wow. It just started over for you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, Nurse Graham. I want to give you a bit of service area love. Okay, guys, 4 minutes. We'll get ready to start in 4 minutes. Now, in these 4 minutes, there are three ways you can be included in story time. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you those three ways you can be included in these story times so you'll know. Okay. So the first way you can be included in story time is by joining the family. Now, joining the family is a membership. The smallest membership I have is $1.99, which is baller budgetable. Yes, baller budgetable. I mean, it's just not gonna cut into your baby ice cream money, your blunt change, your light bill money, none of that good stuff. $1.99, not a minute, not an hour, but a month. So it shouldn't cut you off at the knees or cut off none of your bills before you start using it as an excuse to not join the fam. We're going to shut that down right now. Now, the second way you can be included in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in story time. Now, this tip can come from Cash App, YouTube, however, whichever. It doesn't matter. Only difference is with the Cash App tips, it just comes with a little shit talking. But we family. We family. We shit talk all the time. It's nothing. So we already know how that goes. It'd be funny as fuck. We just shit talk, but that's how we do. Okay. And the third and final way to be a part of story time is by becoming biggest tipper. Biggest tipper starts at $35, and then whoever start with the $35, and then the person over them, and then the person over them, and so forth and so on. Whoever has the biggest tip at the end of the night will be included in Count Them With Me, sweetie. 1, 2, 3 stories. Yes, 3 stories. So now those are three ways you can be included in story time. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, we're gonna be starting story time in 3 minutes. So in these 3 minutes, I'm gonna give you guys time to ask questions for the ball. Now we all know the ball is 99.9% of the time, right? So if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask the ball. Don't ask the ball. Okay. Hey Leah. Hello, Siki. Thank you for showing up on time, love. No problem, and I appreciate it. No problem, Terrell. We girl. Hold on, let me tell you, cause y'all scoot the fuck over and let Terrell sit down, okay? Sweetie, I'm gonna need don't touch her, cause you know your hands are just infected, bitch. Don't touch her, okay? Everybody else scoop over and let your cousin sit down. If you ain't closed my door, get your ass up and go close my door. Get right on up off that couch where you all comfy, cozy, got your ass print and all that good stuff, and go close my door. Yes, thumbing up the live. I'm gonna need you to do that. Thank you very much. Let's see. My stepdad has stage 4 cancer. My mom's health has not been good lately. I've been working 50 plus hours lately. All right, Carolyn, I'm sorry that your family is going through that, but we would definitely put you on the prayer list, baby. So the warriors will know to keep you lifted, you and your family lifted, and help y'all through this time of struggle, okay? So don't you worry. You know, if you don't show up the story time, we understand what's going on. Handle your family business first. You know, we always here. The replay gang always here. We here if you need us, baby. We'll keep you in the prayers. Yes, Sister Robin. All right, so we got 2 minutes before we get ready to start. Let me see. I have a question for the ball. Will I have a baby in 2024? So Haven wants to know. Let's see, Haven. Now, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to know the answer to this question, Haven, I suggest you not even go there. Okay. So let's see. I'm not gonna go with that because we just turned it on. So Haven wants to know: will she have a baby in 2024? Let's ask the ball.
Everything points to yes.
There you go. Hey, there, a little crumb snatcher to save your life. Yes, you just want a coochie critter so bad. There you go. The ball just told you. Everybody else in here that ain't never had no child is probably like, congratulations. And everybody in here that got kids is probably like, bitch, my condolences. Like, because baby, ooh, baby, do without the crumb snatchers. Ooh, girl, they know how to mess up with dreams, career dreams, all that good stuff, girl. It just costs a lot of money. It's like a grown nagging ass person in your house that don't pay bills. Oh, I wish I would have known this before I had my children. Y'all know what I say. If I'd have known this before I had my babies, I'd have swallowed my children. I ain't even lying. Bitch, back in the day, I used to be like, ugh, that's nasty. Ugh. Bitch, if I knew then what I know now, I'd have swallowed bottoms up. I ain't even lying. Because shit, I could have did without this. You know where I'd be without them? And it, Paris, France, it's all over the world somewhere. But no, I got crumb snatchers hanging around. Mom, I need money for field trip. Mom, I need. You know what? Y'all ain't here for that. Y'all ain't even here for that. I'm sorry. I just started venting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. All right. It's 7:40 where I am, and it's something 40 wherever the fuck you are. So we're about to get ready to start these story times. If you guys are ready, let me get those thumbs in the chat. Let me get those thumbs in the chat. And if you haven't thumbs up the live, I need the thumbs up of the live as well. So I need two thumbs for everybody. I would like Kevin Gates. I need two thumbs from everybody. Everybody. And you know, I can see who didn't thumbs up the live. I will call your ass out individually. Y'all already know how y'all auntie is. I will. I will. Won't think twice about it. Girl, I'm sorry, my rants be going on. I have to slow myself down, girl. It's a lot going on in life. I just don't like, honey. Children being one of them. Mine or yours or anybody else's. Okay, so Bam's either. Okay, so our first story of the night has Tasha, Evelyn, and Sequoia. Are you ladies in class? Please don't tell me someone giving up some ass. I already told you I ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. Oh my goodness. Evelyn, Tasha, Sequoia. See, it's some black people shit. I ain't never know a long time. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse my French. Looking for Evelyn, Sequoia, Tasha. Calling parents. I ain't got time for this shit. Don't answer. See the number, then I'm like, oh shit, auntie calling me. Oh, I know where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. On down to the next one. Yeah, call you too. Yep. Give it a thumbs up the live, please. Hello. Hey man, where the hell are you be? Right about now, cause you damn sure ain't in class. You better be at work because I thought you was under the beach or somewhere eating some ass or something, and I was gonna tell your mama exactly that. That's I was gonna let her know you tearing some pussy up. I wasn't even gonna lie. I was gonna be like she eating the pussy of three bitches that probably got COVID, mom dudes. So when she started showing up with bum bumps on her lip and chin, it was because she wasn't in class when she's supposed to be. Okay. Well, you need to get in class because your story about to be told. I'm about to tell your story, so get to class. I'm about to tell your story, get to class. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Why I gotta go through all that? See. You think I won't call your parent? You think I won't call your parent and let them know? Y'all gonna quit fucking with me. Cause I do it. Won't she do it? She'll do it. She'll do it. Yeah, start growing the muffins on top of her lip. You know why? Look, I'm on the way to chastise. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this story off. We got Sequoia, Tasha, and Evelyn. Whenever she pops the fuck up out that pussy, we gonna go ahead. Um, any updates on Nino? Is he doing a little better? Nino is doing a little better. He hasn't he's not ready to come on live yet, but he is doing a little better. So y'all prayers are working. I'm gonna need for y'all to keep praying. He'll be here soon. Hey Sherry GW, I'm sorry, you look new. I'm sorry if you had to hear all that cursing and profanity. It's not like me. So I'm sorry. Okay, they're gonna hot ass Evelyn. There she go. Alrighty, guys. So, like I said, y'all get three stories tonight. So, y'all get ready. Our first story, like I said, has Sequoia, Tasha, and Evelyn. Here's you guys' story. I hope you like it. Like to hear it. Here it goes. So Sequoia, Tasha, and Evelyn were all sisters, and they lived in a neighborhood that didn't have. Ooh, Ty, baby, you late. You late. I need a doctor's excuse for you, love. You late. Tay Tay, ooh, girl, you slid on in late too. Doctor's excuses, but hey, we glad to see you back, boo boo. You safe? We're glad to see you back. So, like I said, Sequoia, Tasha, and Evelyn were all sisters, and they lived in a neighborhood that didn't really have no kids. It was like no kids, like you might well say they stayed like a damn nursing community. Like everybody was old over there. It wasn't no kids that stayed over there. Now the kids they went to school with stayed down the railroad tracks, about 2 miles down the railroad tracks in some apartments, just flooded out with children. So they would always, go down there and play with the kids in the apartments. Now, mom told them they can always go down there and play with the kids in the apartments. She just had one rule: they had to get their ass back into the community before nighttime. She did not want them walking on the tracks at night. It wasn't safe. It was dangerous. She didn't want them doing it. And they would say, yes, ma'am, and go on down the tracks and play. Now they had no problem, every day they did this. They would get home, in the community before it got dark, get off the railroad tracks and everything. And they had no problem doing this. But one particular day, Tasha and Evelyn decided to drop their grown ass on somebody's bike and ride the bike. As they're coming down the hill, I don't know, either Tasha stuck her foot in the spokes or Evelyn hit the brakes too soon. But these bitches come flying handlebar head first over these bikes and they land on their legs. Ended up hurting their leg and their ankle. When they fall, of course, the parents in the neighborhood instantly came to their rescue, patched them up, and offered them a ride home. Now, their mama always told them, never get in the car with strangers. So, of course, Sequoia telling the parents, no, we just going to go ahead and walk home. And y'all, she looks up and she's like, y'all are starting to get late, so we need to hurry up and go and go. You know what I'm saying? At this point, Evelyn or Tasha can't really walk good. Both of their legs is hurting really bad. They can't really walk good. One of their ankle messed up, one of their leg messed up. So Sequoia gets in the middle to try to put, support for both of them. And they begin to walk on through the cut to get to the railroad tracks. Now they're going through the railroad tracks and they can't go as fast as they normally could because both of them is hurt. So Sequoia, she's walking with them. She's walking as fast as she can. She's like, y'all, come on. I don't want to get in no trouble. Mama catch us coming off the railroad tracks. It's going to be trouble, especially if it's nighttime. And, of course, Tasha and Evelyn, they crying silently. I'm trying to come as fast as I can. I'm trying. It hurts so bad. Tasha like, I'm trying. I'm trying. So as they're walking, it's getting darker and darker and darker. And pretty soon, after about a mile of walking on this railroad track, it is dark. It is nighttime. So mom catch them coming off the track. That ass is trash. She is spanking the blue cheese out of their ass. And she ain't even playing. She gonna beat the hell out of them. So now they all like scared, like, fuck, mama gonna fuck us up when we get to the house. They all walking down with their heads down because, railroad tracks got the little rocks and pebbles. Sequoia don't want to fall. She don't want Evelyn or Tasha to fall. So she holding them up, and all them walking with their head down, looking at the rocks, trying not to fall, trying to find decent places to step without hurting themselves. Now, like I said, Tasha and Evelyn both crying and they hopping along and they trying to get there with her. And as Sequoia is walking, she hears Tasha say, who is that? And Sequoia and Evelyn look up, and about a mile away from them, they see the figure of a person standing in the middle of the railroad tracks. This person is freakishly tall, and they are waving at them. So everybody's trying to focus on this person and see, like, I don't know, but is it me or the person look tall as hell? Evelyn like, who is that? Sequoia like, nope, turn around, turn around. So they turn around, Evelyn and Tasha hop to turn around and Sequoia turned them around and they start to go back towards the apartment. As they are moving as fast as they can to try to get back towards the apartment, Evelyn looks back and she noticed this motherfucker's 100 feet away from them now. She's like, oh my God, he right behind us. So Sequoia looked back and this motherfucker like 50 feet away. So they moving as fast as they can, like, oh my God, oh my God. They are trying. They hear stuff in the woods on the side of them. They hear pebbles moving right behind them. They scared to look back. They just hopping and crying back down towards the apartment. They get about 30 feet away from the apartment and Sequoia look back and this motherfucker's like 10 feet away, but he's not moving. He's just still the same position they saw me the very first time, still standing. But this motherfucker huge. She can see this person's tall as fuck. Like, this can't be a person. This shit is crazy. So she tells Evelyn and Tasha, y'all go ahead and get to the apartments. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop him. I'm going to try to stop him and hold him off while y'all go to the apartments. So Evelyn and Tasha, they hop about a good 10 feet away from her and they turn around and look back. And when they turn around and look back, this motherfucker is right behind Sequoia. Sequoia is like, she can feel something's behind her. She's afraid to even look back. She's just crying. She's staring at them. Tasha and Evelyn is screaming their head off, just looking up. And Sequoia finally gets the balls to turn around. So she turns around and she noticed this motherfucker is huge. This motherfucker like 18 feet tall. Like this person standing over her makes her feel like a kid, like a toddler. Like this motherfucker's tall as shit. And she's looking up to try to see the size of this person. And as she's looking up, blood falls down to her face. And then a finger slap her in the forehead. Bah! She rubs her face. She looks at her hand. She sees his blood. She just takes off running. She gets to Evelyn and Tasha. Evelyn and Tasha just froze. They stuck, still screaming, staring at this shit. They ain't moved. They just still staring and screaming. She gets over there to Evelyn and Tasha. And Evelyn, she's like, come on, come on. They like, look, look, look. And she turns around and she looks. And they look the size of this motherfucker. This motherfucker's huge. They can almost see through it. It's like a black figure. It's not even a person. This shit is freakishly tall, like 18 feet fucking tall. And when they got to the head was a skeleton's head, but it wasn't white. It was like it was covered in this black ash. It was a skeleton head, no eyes and this shit. And it's just standing there, just like this. And they are all looking at this shit, like focusing on the face. Notice this shit ain't got no eyes. It ain't got no skin, no jawline, nothing. This shit ain't got cheeks, nothing. And then this shit like smiles at them. But when it smiles at them, the teeth are sharp and jagged. Like a mouthful, like bitch, like double rows of teeth in the mouth of this shit. And it's just smiling and waving at them. And Sequoia's looking at this shit and she just froze. And she's like, I think we need to go, y'all. I think we need to go. And when she looks back, Tasha and Evelyn gone. They running like ain't shit wrong with their leg. They flying through their pathway, coming through their goddamn cut. Wide ass open, both of them. Bill 50, like ain't shit wrong with them. Sequoia realized they done ran off and left her. So she runs and she catches up with them. They run to the very first apartment they see. They bang on the door, all this shit. When the people come to the door, they tell the people exactly what they saw in the woods on the railroad track. We need help. We need a ride home. We not walking on them fucking railroad tracks. The people in the apartment gave them a ride home. When they pulled up, Mom Duke sitting on the stoop, pissed off, knee shaking. She got switches in her hand, and I ain't talking about a fucking game set. She ain't got a game set. She got switches. You know, when your mama got mad back in the day, she used to get a piece of tree. You know what I'm saying? And rip the leaves off that bitch to beat your ass with it. Oh, yeah, that was switches break down, beat your ass look on Mom Duke face sitting on the stoop. That knee is rocking, that foot is tapping. She got the switch laid across her leg, ready to beat the sleeves off their ass. This car pulls up. They jump out the car. She rushes down the steps with her switch in her hand, but she see the fear, the terror on all three of their faces. They just run up and grab her. Mama, we so sorry. We so sorry, Mama. We so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama. Like they just begging and crying and we so sorry. And they hurt their legs and something wrong. And she just like, what? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? It was frantic. They was all talking at the same time. You know, everybody apologizing and crying. She didn't know what the fuck to do. She didn't know what was going on with the kids. Of course, the neighbor, the person running the apartments that brought them home told Mom Dukes they came running back through the woods saying somebody was after them. I just brought them home so they'll be safe. Mom Dukes thanked the person from the apartment, told them thank you, just looked down at them, what's going on? They all talking at the same time. And she like, look, let's just go in the house and talk about it. I can't understand everybody. Like, let's just go in the house. Come on, right now. She like, because I feel real creepy out here. It's a dude standing over there by the railroad tracks. He just keep waving at me for some strange reason. They hear their mama say that shit. All three of them put their hands on her ass and began to push her up the stairs. Let's go. Time to go. Rushed her up the stairs and into the house. Closed the door, locked the door, told her what they saw. And they never touched on railroad tracks again. From that day forward, Mom Dukes dropped them off at the apartments and she picked them up at the apartments. They were no longer allowed to walk on the railroad track. Hell, they didn't even want to walk on the railroad track. Hell, they didn't even want to be outside after the lights went out. They started breaking their ass in the house early as hell. Sometimes even convincing the apartment kids to come to their neighborhood and play with them for fear of this shit coming after them again. So I don't know what you want to call this shit, a Slender Man or whatever the fuck you want. I don't know what you want to call it, but this shit scared them so bad. Bitches was able to run that couldn't even walk at first. Like this was a miracle. Like this shit scared a motherfucker back to health, good enough to run like Jackie Jordan Kersey, Usain Bolt through the motherfucking woods to the apartment building to save themselves. So yeah, that's they never went back on the railroad tracks. They mom believed them after they told their mom about the waving and all that shit. She started putting two and two together on what she was seeing, and it was creepy how the motherfucker just kept waving at her on the railroad tracks. And the girls wanted there to see this motherfucker waving at her, but when they got home and they gave her a story of motherfucking railroad tracks all waving at them, then she, kind of believed what they were saying. And yeah, she started advising them against the railroad track. Don't play over on the railroad track, daytime, nighttime, evening time, breakfast time, brunch time, happy hour, none of that shit. They was not allowed to go to the railroad tracks, and they had no problem with it. They didn't go. So that is you guys' first story of the night. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet back here in 4 minutes for the second story of the night. Okay, so in this 4 minute brief intermission, any more questions for the ball? Any more questions for the ball? Evelyn, I hope you liked your story. Tasha, Sequoia, I hope you ladies like your story. I'm feeling okay. I mean, I'm good as can be expected. Ain't nothing bothering me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tay, let's see. God damn, that's a weird question, but let's ask the ball and see what the ball say. Okay, God damn. Okay, so Tay wants to know will her auntie press charges on her sperm donor.
The answer is no.
And there you go. Nurse Graham want to know will I pass my patho class?
Everything points to no.
That won't be happening for you either, love. The ball, y'all already know how the ball get down. I can believe it, Tay sounds that way. Like, damn, that sounds a little, yeah, weird, but I hope the ball is wrong in that situation and things persist the way they're supposed to go. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna ask them all that too, Carolyn. Give me just a second. No, there are no tips at this time. Kay. Carolyn, let's see. Right. Carolyn wants to know, is her dude trying to trap her?
The answer is unclear. Try again.
The answer is unclear. Try again. Try asking a different way because the ball is probably confused or like, what the fuck did she just ask me? I know, ball. I'm sorry. That's how I was feeling about the question too. One more minute, guys. One more minute before we start the second story of the night. One more minute. Yeah, said no, Nurse Graham. So, I mean, you can always change the outcome by studying a little bit more. You can always make the ball a liar by studying a little bit more and get more answers right. All righty, guys. In 1 minute, 1 minute, we're going to start the second story of the night. Okay, the kid, come on with the question. All righty, guys. We're about to get ready to start the second story of the night. If you guys are ready, go ahead and give it up thumbs, give it up thumbs, give it up thumbs. Go ahead with your question, Nakia. Okay, it's up there. Okay, let's see. last question I see was you asking how I feel. Says, please, Jesus. Yeah, see how you feel. Okay, good. Tell you what the fuck. Auntie, I had a question. Then, yeah. I'm good. I'm cheating, baby. Oh my goodness, you crazy. All right, guys, we'll ask the rest of the questions at the next intermission. All right, come on, give it them thumbs, give it them thumbs, give it them thumbs. Let me know you ready. The second story of the night has Reese with a C, Lily, and Wade. Reese with a C, Lily, and Wade. Hmm. Reese with a C, Lily, and Wade. Are you ladies in the building? Roll call. Hey, family, how's your Thursday? Hey, Isha. Thursday's closer to Friday. We can't wait for fucking Friday. Family always waiting on fucking Friday. All righty, guys. Come on, close the door. Thumbs up the live. Thumbs in the chat. Let me know you ready. So, like I said, Reese with a C, who was in here earlier. Guess she probably somewhere trapped under some bleachers or something. Reese with a C, Way and Lily. Way. Her name is spelled Hue when you see it on here, but it's pronounced Way. All righty. I don't see none of these ladies answering the roll call. So here we go. Yeah, that's who Way is. Okay. So like they here we go. So Reese went to a small girls' college in the mountains in New Zealand. Yes, I did call you, Lily. I did. Your story. So Reese went to a girl college in New Zealand, and this college had like one building where they had dorms at, and this building that everybody wanted to be in, it was shaped like a castle. All the rest of the dorms on the campus were like regular, dorms, but this dorm, okay. But the dorms in this particular area was in like a building shaped like a castle made out of stone, kudzu vines going up the side, very majestic looking. So when Reese started going there, she was super excited, to be in this area. She had a new start for herself and going to this new college away from all the bullshit back home. So she couldn't wait to, start college and do her thing. And when she get there and she find out her room was in this majestic building, she's like, oh my God, this is letting me know right now everything is gonna, what I'm saying? It do. I don't know, honey. She like, everything's gonna work out fine. Everything's gonna be good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait and all this. So she gets her room and she go in this castle-like building. So she goes in there and Reese is in this room all of 3 weeks before Reese is brought out in a straitjacket, screaming her head off in a straitjacket. Excuse me. So they take Reese off and haul her ass into a psychiatric ward. And nobody really heard from Reese after that. Now the year after that, Way comes along and she's the same way, can't wait to get to school, can't wait to, start being an adult, living her own and all that stuff. And she happens to get the same room in this same majestic building. Oh, it was a dream. Oh, the building is so pretty. So she was like, can't wait. And she gets into this room. And when Way gets into this room, her first night in this room, she starts to hear crying, sobbing in this room, like echoing through the room. Now, Way hearing this, she's thinking maybe it's the girl in the room next to me, what I'm saying, that's doing all this, crying and everything. And the next day when she went to class, because this girl like weeped all night, like sobbed the whole night, Way didn't really get no sleep. So she went to class the next day and she was falling asleep in class. She was tired. You know what I'm saying? And some of her classmates tried to like pick her up. I got a drink. You know what I'm saying? I can go get you something to eat on. And she was just like, okay, thank you. So she made friends fast in her class. You know what I'm saying? But the next night, the same thing happened. The crying, the weeping, loud. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know what the fuck was going on. So after this continues to go on, probably 2 weeks after that, Way is seen running down the hallway from her dorm room into the lobby area out of a glass pane window. Big ass glass pane window in the lobby area. Ambulance was called. Her body was picked up. She was, had to be taken to the hospital and everything. And nobody seen Way again. Now here comes Lily. Lily was an all A student, came straight out of high school with a 4.5. Lily was bad shit. Lily got scholarships to any school she wanted to go to, but she chose to come to this school. She did the research and she felt the school was appropriate for the needs that she had for college, so she decided to come to this school. She gets to the school and she goes in and speaks with her counselor, and her counselor let her know her board and everything is situated, and they give her the keys to her room. So she walks through the campus, she sees the library and everything, and as she's walking through, she noticed, the buildings stop at the number. So she's like, what the hell? She can't find her dorm room. So she asked one of the students coming down the walkway, hey, do you know where building C is? And they're like, oh yeah, it's that castle up there, the castles. Like, what, the castle? But she walks in between these buildings and she looks up, it's a big castle. It's like described as Rapunzel castle to her. She was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. My room is in here. So she goes in there and, she goes to the front desk and she gives them the paperwork and they let her know, yeah, your room is in here. And, hold on 1 second. They look at the computer and the two girls at the front desk kind of side eye each other. And she shows her the paper. She's like, this is her room. And they side eye each other again. It's like, oh, okay, here's the key. And, here's the room. You go on down. It's at the very end. It's the smallest room we got in the building. But, I mean, you ain't really got to share with nobody if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But it's your choice. And they give her the keys, and Lily like, thank you. And she's super excited. And she gets down into the room. And the room got 2 beds in it. But you know what I'm saying? Like they said, she didn't have to share because it was small. So she didn't have to share if she didn't want to. So when she comes into the room, she gets in, she noticed the room like, oh, it's so beautiful. She hurry up and set some stuff up and everything. And she's just super excited, runs out, call her mom. Mom, you wouldn't believe the room they got me. Super excited about this room, right? So her first semester, everything's good. She make friends. You know what I'm saying? She get to know people. People like her. She like people. Got a little boyfriend. Like things are going on good. Her grades are good. She doing all amazing in school. Like everything is going the way it's supposed to go. She talked to her mom. Family's good back home. So everything is going above and beyond for Lily. She's just enjoying college life. But after that first semester, she comes home, comes to her dorm and she gets in the bed and she starts to hear crying, like weeping, sobbing, loud, echoing throughout her room. She's like, what the fuck? Same as Way, she's thinking maybe the girl next door is homesick, you know what I'm saying, crying about that or whatever. So she, tries to ignore it the whole night, but it goes on the whole night. So that morning she was late for class. She overslept. She gets up, she get to class. Of course, her friends is like, what? You not on time for class? What's going on? And she's like, I mean, nothing, I'm good. It was just, one of my dorm mates was crying all night. I really didn't get no sleep. And they was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So this goes on for about a good week with, Lily hearing this crying and shit. It's getting to a point where it's driving her crazy. She can't sleep. Now she's showing up almost every day late for class. And of course, her friends are taking notice like something's not right. You know what I'm saying? The week after that, they see Lily. Lily is talking to herself. Lily is walking down the hallway openly talking to herself, having a whole conversation, laughing, giggling, talking to herself. She gets to class, same thing, talking to herself. Her friends in class is like, okay, this bitch went bananas around here. So now all her friends are like isolating themselves. They know something's not right with Lily. What the fuck is going on? But don't nobody want to talk to Lily because Lily look crazy. Lily is fucking talking to herself, so nobody want to say anything to Lily. Okay, cool. So after a week of Lily doing this shit, you know what I'm saying, talking to herself and everything, Lily started. She come into her room and now she's starting to feel like sad, really down, really sad. When in Lily's head, she knows she has no reason to be sad. Like my classes are good, I'm good, but she's just feeling this heavy dread, this heavy sense of dread. So it's starting to make her cry. The sense of heaviness is so heavy on her, it's starting to make her cry. So now she finds herself crying at night with the echoes of crying bouncing around in the room with her. And one night she's in there crying, and it got to a point where she got so sad, she started to cut on herself. Friends started noticing that. People didn't say shit though. Everybody left Lily alone. Something going on with Lily, and something ain't right. But they left Lily alone. Never asked a question, never came to talk to her, nothing. And Lily just, continued. And one night Lily was in the room. She was in there crying, sad. And, people that stayed in the dorms across the hall and next door to her reported hearing Lily scream as loud as she could, top of her lungs, things being broken, thrown around the room. Friends and people rushed over, tried to get into the room, but they couldn't get in. So they called the resident manager, and the resident manager lives on site. So the resident manager comes out of their room, and they rush down to the hallway, and she unlocks the door. When she opens the door, Lily's hanging from the ceiling. Her body is swaying as if somebody's pushing it, like it's a swing. It's just swaying. Everybody scream, ah! On the wall in blood is wrote, "She made me do it." The fuck? Everybody flipped out. Police was called. When the police get there, because this is an all-girl college, and the message was, "She made me do it," everybody that stayed in the dorm was a suspect. Every female that caught Z's in that building was a suspect. So the police began questioning all the girls in the dorm, including Way and Reese. So they questioned all the girls, and of course the girls was like, she was talking to herself, she started hurting herself, she looked depressed, nobody talked to her. That's pretty much what everybody in the dorm had to say about it. Now when they go to talk to Way, Way tells them a girl in white was in her room. She said this girl was always there, she was always sad, and every time she got sad, Way would get sad. She started to convince Way, to hurt herself. And Way said she did. And she said a girl tried to convince Way to cut her own throat. But Way refused. And when Way refused, the girl's face changed. Her body changed. Way said she ran. She said, "I ran down the hallway looking for help. People saw me running. Nobody stopped. Nobody stopped her." She said, "I ran all the way into the lobby trying to get to the front desk when I was pushed through a big ass open plane window." She said, "When I told the police what happened, nobody believed me. Everybody was like I was crazy. I couldn't go back to school. Nobody believed me." She was like, "But it happened." And when the police talked to Reese, Reese said, when she first got to the school, she said she thought the girl was her roommate. She said from the second day she was there, the girl was there, the girl in white. She always seen her at night in her long white pajamas, hair all messy. She said the girl was always there. So she assumed the girl had so many classes. That's why she didn't see her in the daytime. She said her and the girl became fast friends. They would talk and hang out. The girl even switched classes so her and Reese could have classes together. She said they would talk and laugh, and they had so much in common. Reese said things didn't get weird until she started waking up with cuts on her. She said now she knew she wasn't doing it to herself. And she was thinking to herself, this fucking girl hurting me in my sleep. So she started not trusting the girl. And the girl instantly started to change, started to flip on her, started to pop out and scare her all the time. She thought it wasn't funny. She went and reported it. And the people told her, roommates are roommates. You can't do anything about it. All the rooms are packed. You're stuck with her until she moves on. Reese said that was no help for her. She said the girl continued to fuck with her every day, every night, every night. She would pop out of places and scare the shit out of her. She said one night she decided to go to sleep. She went to sleep, and when she woke up to the girl squat down on the floor with a razor blade in her hand, cutting across her arm. She said when she saw that, her and the girl got to tussling. She took the razor, she slit the girl's throat right there. Blood splattered all on her. She felt it. She felt the warmth of the blood hit her face, hit her chest, all on her clothes. She said the girl's body dropped. She started crying. She didn't know what to do. Oh my God, I'm going to jail. She said, but then the girl stood back up and her face changed. And then her body changed. And then she came at her. She lunged for her. She said this girl attacked her, bit her, scratched her, pulled on her, grabbed her, did everything she could, tried to kill her before the resident manager came in with her key, like, what the hell is going on? And he found her on the floor fighting to herself. And then they called the psych ward because they didn't think something was right with Reese. Reese said the crazy part about it is that girl was there. She said the crazy part about it is she still see the girl every day, every night, because he found Reese still in a psych ward with the same story. So she claims this girl is at the psych ward fucking with her still. So of course the police, taking both of these stories, started watching the videos of the dorm and the hallway, and sure as shit, you can see Way run out of her room screaming, looking back as if somebody's chasing her. But there's nobody behind her. You can see other classmates, other dorm mates coming out their rooms, watching her ass sprint down the hallway, but sees nobody behind her. Even when her ass go flying through this big ass window, it looks as if she pushed, like she jumped herself, like she threw herself through that window. There was nobody behind her. Same goes for Reese. When they talked to the resident manager claimed nobody was there. No one was in the room. Reese never had a roommate. So now the police don't know what to do with this shit. All they knew what to do was to go back and tell the school, I suggest you not give another girl that room. I suggest you board that room up and not give it to anybody, because they were not able to find a living soul responsible for what happened to the two girls prior to Lily, much less what happened to Lily. So the school took their advice and they bricked up the room. So now the room doesn't even look like it's there. It's just bricked up like another wall in this dorm. And nobody's ever been in that room since what happened to Lily happened. So that was your guys' second story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet me back in here in 2 minutes for the last story of the night. And the last story of the night is going to be a quickie. So, yeah. Still no tips. Okay. Hey, Rivers 2000. You been gone a while. Goodness. You just fell out the sky. What is going on around you? Now, what the hell is a coochie gremlin? You don't know what a coochie gremlin is? We've been had a class on coochie. You shouldn't be missing class. Shouldn't be missing class. You know, ankle biters, soul snatchers, and baby clothing. You know, I'll give you the proper definition in another video, though. Hey, and you're back, Marcus. Welcome, 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 Marcus. Marcus, you're back. Welcome back, Marcus. Welcome to the family, Marcus. You already know you get a special welcome from me on the community page, as well as your name in the story time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Carolyn. That's exactly what they are. But y'all call them cute, so whatever you like to call them. Happy on you. I call them coochie critters. But yeah, you are so welcome. Welcome. Y'all say our cousin welcome. Marcus finally made it. All righty, guys. We're about to start the last story of the night. Yeah, since I did three tonight, I don't think I'm doing story time tomorrow. I don't have no people for story time, so I'm not gonna do story time tomorrow, guys. So this will be the last story of the week. So I hope you guys like the story. This story has Jasmine, Chastain, and Jersey. Jasmine, Chastain, and Jersey. Are you ladies in the building? Roll call. Roll call, roll call, Chastain, Jersey, and Jasmine. Are you ladies in the building? I'm telling you, Jasmine's in the building. Okay, Chastain, Jersey. Okay, Chastain was here earlier. I guess she in the hallway being fast and hot. Mm, mm, mm. You boys got y'all heads. All righty, well, I'm going to go ahead with this quick little story with Jersey, Chastain, and Jasmine. I hope you guys like it. Like to hear, here it go, the last story of the night. So, Jersey and Chastain were parents. They are a couple, partners, whatever you like to call them. They're a couple, and they are parents. And they have Jasmine, who is about 3 years old. She's the toddler talking shit age. You know what age I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So she's at that age where she talk back, no respect for anybody older than her. You know how they is, honey. But yeah, so they got a toddler, Jasmine, around like 3 years old. Now, at this time, Chastain and Jersey, home was being renovated, and they had like one night left before all the renovation was done. So, Chastain decided to reach out to a friend and ask could they stay the night there because they didn't want to spend any more money in the hotel. The house was supposed to be done that day, but something happened, and they had to push it to the next day. So Chastain had already checked out the hotel. They didn't want to go through the process of getting another hotel, paying the money for it, and all that good stuff. So Chastain reached out to a friend, asked a friend, could they come stay the night at her house? This friend said she had a guest room. It was no problem. So Chastain, Jersey, and Jasmine goes over to this friend's house. Now, when they get to this friend's house, oh, Chastain, you made it. Oh, yes, you pulled the balls out your mouth just in time to get your story. Congratulations, bitch, you made it. Okay, so they go over to this friend's house, and Chastain friend brings them to the room. She's like, here's the room, here's the guest room. She has two beds in this room. So she's like, here's the guest room. I hope you guys are comfortable. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you like. Chastain and Jersey both thanked her, and she closed the door. Now, Jersey and Chastain decided to sleep together and put Jasmine in the bed to herself. So that's what they did. They put Jasmine in the bed to herself, and Jersey and Chastain got in the other bed. Now, they go to sleep. Now, in the middle of the night, Jersey and Chastain both are sleeping on their stomach at this time when suddenly they feel Jasmine lay across their legs. Now, their legs are like this. She lays across their legs this way with her feet on the wall, and she's pushing her body across their like back of their legs, thighs, and stuff. So she's doing this. And of course, this is not out of the ordinary for her to do because she's toddler. Sometimes they put her to sleep to rock herself. So it went out of the ordinary for Jasmine to do this. So they didn't say nothing. They just, sitting there chilling or whatever. They laying there still asleep with their eyes closed or whatever. And she does this for about a good 10 minutes, just rocking on their legs like that. Neither one of them say nothing. And then it stops. They feel her get up and it stops. So they get on back into their sleep, you know what I'm saying? Those off and go on back into their sleep. An hour later, Jasmine is back on top of them. But this time she's rolling up and down their bodies, up to their back, down their butt, down their legs, and back up. She just keep doing it, back and forth, up and down their back, they butt, their legs, back and forth. She's just rolling up and down. At this point, Jersey is like woke and she's looking at Chastain. And Chastain is still, she's still on her stomach and she's all of a sudden like, oh. So she opened her eyes and she noticed Jersey is staring right at her. And Jersey like, why is she doing this? Chastain like, I don't know. Maybe if she tie herself out like she did the last time, she'll stop and go back to sleep. Like, I don't know. So they just laying there and she doing it. She rolled it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now at this point, she rolls to a point to where her skin touches Jersey's skin. And Jersey noticed her skin is cold as hell. So Jersey like, babe, babe. Chastain like, what? She like, you know it's cold as fucking here, right? She like, you know, Jasmine cold as hell. I can feel her arms and her legs or something. She cold as hell. Like it's cold as fucking here. Can you turn the air down? Chastain like, maybe later. I feel just fine. It's not hot. It's not cold to me. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll turn it out a little later. Jersey like, whatever, man. She closed her eyes back. They laid about another 15 minutes. And then she stops. Jasmine just stops moving. Now she just laying across Chastain's back and Jersey's butt. You know what I'm saying? She just laying there and she ain't moving no more. Jersey like, I guess she done tired herself out, man. You gonna put her back in the bed? So Chastain says while facing Jersey, I guess you done tired yourself out. Now, are you done? And from the other bed, they hear Jasmine say, who is that, mommy? And they suddenly feel the weight lift up off them. And they both jump up and look around, and Jasmine is in her bed, like looking over at their bed. And they looking at Jasmine like, Jasmine, was you just over here? And Jasmine was like, no, who was that was over there? Who was that? Who was that person? I'm talking about Jersey and Chastain. Didn't ask any questions. Didn't ask the homegirl what the fuck going on in her house. They politely got their asses up, put their clothes on, packed their shit back up, packed Jasmine up, went out the door, locked the bottom lock, jumped in the car, went to a hotel, and got them a hotel room for the night. They be damned. They was creeped the fuck out after feeling that. They was like, whoa. Jasmine was like, she was never in the bed. Like, no, who was that? Like, no, who was that over there? Like, it wasn't me, but who was that over there? Scared the shit out of them so bad, they got the hell on that night. Later on, they spoke to the homegirl, you know what I'm saying, to tell, you know, ask her what the fuck. Like, this probably like a month or two later, they end up speaking to this friend and ask, you know, telling her what happened to them that night. And they tell the friend, you know, that night while they was asleep, they felt somebody rolling on their body. Their body was cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, it freaked them out. It wasn't their baby. And the lady lets them know that her son passed. Like, her toddler son passed maybe like a couple years before they needed to come use the room, but that used to be his room. That was his bedroom. And that was something that he used to do to them when they slept. Like, he had a habit of getting up at night, wandering around and getting into stuff. So her and her husband always made a plan. One of them would always sleep in the room with him to, you know what I'm saying? That's why it was two beds, to always keep an eye on him to make sure he didn't get out the room. She said that child, you know, when they were sleeping there with him, he would always get on their back or, you know, like roll up them or, you know what I'm saying? He would do that. And she was like, you know, her son ended up passing, but that was his bedroom. And it like freaked her out to even know that they felt that. It was like, it wasn't our daughter, Jasmine. Jasmine was in the bed. She was asking us who it was. And she was like, oh my God, so you seen my son? Your daughter seen my son in that room? And they was like, it wasn't our daughter rolling on our back like that. I mean, she does that, but she rolled across our legs and she rocks herself. Like, she never rolls up and down our back like that. It was weird when it was happening, but we thought maybe it was just something new she did until, you know, I asked her what she done, and we heard her from the other side of the fucking room say, who is that? Like, no, mommy, who is that? And that's when they freaked the fuck out because this baby was at least a good 5.5, 6 feet away from them. She was in a hole, the bed was like 5.5, 6 feet away from them. Like, they were not just in the same bed. So to hear that girl voice come from over there, yet you still feel the weight of this baby on your back, yeah, it scared them. And the lady told them that used to be her son's room. And, you know, she's never had anything like that to happen to her in that room. She said after he passed, she used to sleep in that room like every night just to be close to him. You know what I'm saying? She's never felt anything like that. So it was weird that they even felt anything like that, you know, in that room. And they was like, girl, we'll never come stay back over at your fucking house no more. That shit was creepy, and they never did go back over there and stay no more. But the lady was just happy to know that her son's soul was still there. So I guess it worked out in the end for her, but not them. So yeah, I guess, yeah. But that was a quickie for you guys. Thank you so much. Those were three stories tonight. Those was your quickies, your three stories, all that good stuff. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys to life. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't start the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. I'll see you guys next week at 7:30 Eastern. We're probably like one story. So I'll see you guys next week at 7:30 Eastern. I love you guys. Good night. No, no tips, Kay. Good night, guys.